In America, justice isn't just a word. It's a system, a story, and sometimes a fight. At the center of it all is the U.S. judicial system, a layered network built to keep order and deliver justice. It starts with local and state courts, where most cases begin from traffic tickets to personal injury claims. Above them sit federal district courts, handling bigger disputes often against powerful corporations and government bodies. And at the top, the U.S. Supreme Court, 9 justices with the power to shape the law for the entire nation. Together, these courts form the backbone of American justice, a system that can, and often does, take on the biggest players when the stakes are high enough. But when corporations cause mass harm by poisoning water, selling dangerous drugs, or releasing defective products, that same system has a way to fight back. To see how it all connects, let's break down how the U.S. judicial system moves and how it becomes the front for mass torts, where thousands of people join forces to take on corporations in court. A mass tort isn't just one big lawsuit. It's hundreds or even thousands of individual lawsuits, all filed separately, but handled together because they share one thing in common: the same defendant and the same source of harm. Think of it as a legal umbrella. Each plaintiff or every injured person keeps their own case, their own facts, their own potential settlement. But because all those lawsuits point to the same company, the same defective drug, or the same toxic exposure, the courts group them together. By joining forces, the courts often combine them into multi-district litigation, MDL, with one federal judge overseeing all pretrial work. It's not one giant trial, it's a way to organize, investigate, and speed up the process so cases don't take decades to resolve. This lets evidence, witnesses, and motions be shared while each victim still seeks their own settlement. Judges oversee the exchange of evidence. Expert witnesses weigh in on science, safety, and corporate behavior. And a few hand-picked bellwether trials act as test cases to see how juries might respond. Most of the time, these cases end in global settlements, where companies agree to pay billions divided among the victims rather than risk losing at trial again. It's a process designed to balance fairness and efficiency, while holding some of the biggest corporations in the world accountable. Mass torts do more than group cases. They uncover the truth. By working together, attorneys expose hidden evidence and pressure corporations to answer for the harm they caused. So how does a mass tort actually move through the courts? Case investigation attorneys dig through thousands of medical records, accident reports, and product data, searching for patterns that tie the harm back to a company or product. Consolidation in federal court. When enough of these lawsuits pile up, the Judicial Panel on Multi-District Litigation steps in. They consolidate the cases in one federal court, under one judge. This is where the legal battle really begins, streamlined, but with every plaintiff still keeping their own claim. Next comes the bellwether trials, a few hand-picked cases that go to trial first. These act as test runs, showing how juries respond to the evidence. Their outcomes can make or break settlement talks for the rest, settlements or verdicts. Finally, it's resolution. Some cases settle before ever reaching trial. Others push through full verdicts and years of appeals. This process can take years, but each step moves victims closer to answers and to change. So why does this matter? Mass torts aren't just about money, they're about accountability. These cases expose internal documents, force companies to admit wrongdoing, and can even lead to product recalls or new safety laws. And for victims, it's often the only way to get justice to cover medical bills, lost income, and the toll on their lives. Mass torts take time. They can be messy, but for thousands of people harmed by the same company, they turn individual voices into collective power, and that power is what drives real change. Right now, over 400,000 mass tort cases are pending in federal courts involving everything from cancer-linked weed killers to defective medical devices and mesothelioma.